All right, we're live from the Don's office.
Come on, the Don's office? You're kidding me.
The Don. Okay, I want to show the people of Creekside like what I sent you some ideas for samples.
Correct.
For some blends I want to do, and I show up and you've got the crates are out. All right, so let's just talk quickly about the sampling process on how you do things. So these are the cigars where I sent like 4 or 5 blends. I'm like, hey, can you try these?
Yeah,
I haven't had a lot of your newer tobaccos that you've had in a couple of years, so I don't necessarily know the perfect ratio. So that's where I'm like, you get to maestro it a little bit.
Yeah, just to give your people an idea, which is kind of what we want to know, right? It's like when Dave sends me blend options, he gives me some tobaccos that he wants, like what wrapper you're looking for. You give me kind of an idea of what the tobaccos are, and you give me an idea of a profile. Yeah. But when it gets to those measurements you say about the blend proportions, as we call it, that's where we come in and give you options and idea. Again, all these cigars that you guys saw in this video here are not the final cigars. Some of them might be. Some of them might have to be tweaked. If they're all good to go, then great. My job is a lot easier that way. But most of the time, it's all about the tweaking, where you give me an idea and we smoke together, and then we go from there where we want to go. Oh, it's a little bit mild. We want to make it stronger. Oh, it's a little bit too spicy. Let's lower the spice. Or I want more sweetness, or I want more this. That's where we get into the tweaking, and that's where we have to smoke and just have a conversation.
Yeah.
Because this is more, when we do new blends, it's more of creating the base for us to start having a conversation from.
Yep.
And sometimes we hit it right off in the first swing, which is great. And sometimes we have to blend a cigar 10 times to get the blend that we want. But this is part of the process. Yeah. Anybody who's offended by this is kind of being an asshole, because, again, nobody's perfect. You got to smoke. You got to have a conversation and see where it gets to, you know?
The one that I wanted to, that I was really excited about was the one that uses the Connecticut Desperado wrapper. So like this must have been 2021. We did that high tea project when I was at Cigar Club.
I love that.
And then we tried it with the Desperado. I don't know if you remember.
I remember.
You just made me like a couple samples of it. And it was really good, but then I mean, it never happened. Yeah.
Desperado wrapper, we love it because it gives you a distinct taste in that wrapper. A lot of people don't expect either, because people see Connecticut, Ecuador, like, oh, it's Connecticut. And when they smoke it, they're like, oh, this has like a little profile.
It doesn't even look, and to your point, smell like a normal Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper.
Even looks like a little bit darker. It's a little bit
buttery,
different.
There's a little oil sheen to it. So like Desperado, the process of that is just, it's top priming.
Correct.
Wrapper leaf.
It's basically just taking it off a little bit earlier, let's call it. And that process gives you those details on what the Desperado wrapper is.
It's taking the leaves off of the plant
a little bit earlier, but not like we're not talking months here or weeks. It's just a little bit earlier. Again, it's all about a different flavor profile, because when you take it off the plant a little bit earlier, then the process of fermenting and all that's a little bit different. So that gives you a distinct taste to it.
Yeah, but this, I mean, so the idea here is, so there's like 4 or 5 blends out. One is one that used to be a customs that we're going to bring as a core product to Creekside, Belvedere, which everyone knows we're working on. This is also going to become a core product, something in the like mild to medium profile, but using that Desperado to give it a little more like oomph.
Well, to give your people and the people who watch these videos an idea, like, this is you trying one of those blends.
This is the first time.
This is the first.
This was an email.
Correct.
That said, I want to use a Desperado, Ecuadorian binder, and primarily Nicaraguan fillers.
Correct.
And you had, last time I was here, so we're talking 4 years ago, and we were smoking filler on the table. You had
the puritos.
Puritos.
Yeah.
We were smoking the Condega Seco, and normally like Seco tobacco is like, at least to me, like fairly boring, right? You use it for combustion primarily,
Correct.
Maybe a little sweetness or something. But that one really stood out to me. It was like really sweet, oaky, that I actually was like, I want to like taste a little bit of that in the blend.
That's why it's great
that's
doing
the tobacco
that.
that stood out to me. So I'm like, I want to put that in this because it had that sweetness, it had some oakiness.
It has some strength to it, even though being a Seco, you know?
Yep.
But that's the beauty of us sitting down on the blending table, where you can smoke pure grade of tobaccos, and then you get ideas of what they give you, you know? Because a lot of people are like, I want this, but when they smoke in separate, like, oh, this is where the sweetness comes from.
Yeah.
This is where the spice comes from. But when you put them together, if it's pure, it's super spicy, but you put it together with a sweet tobacco, it lowers the spice, and then you play with those blends. That's the fun part of it, yeah. It's the way that you proportionate everything to get what you're looking for. So this you're smoking for the first time, and then from there we're gonna see what else you're looking for. You might want to tweak it, or another part
I
of
like what you told me earlier. I sent you an idea of the blend, and you're like,
Correct.
yeah, we tried it.
Oh yeah, because
because
that's another thing that I like to do, which is I like to play around with it because sometimes I get a blend scent, and when we smoke, I'm like, it's missing something, so I might do a little tweak to keep you on your toes and smoke. But we also can smoke it how you wanted it. We can tweak again. This is an easy part of the process. It's a normal part of the process, and this is why you're here.
Bro,
you're not here just to and look. It's fresh, and look how that's burning. I mean, come on.
Wow.
But that's why you're here.
Exactly.
To do all this and have these blends set.
Yes.
Because we're going to... Another important part of the blending process a lot of people might not think about is how fresh the cigars are. You're smoking cigars that are fresh. So there's things in fresh cigars that you have to take out of your mind when you're smoking.
Yeah, like what? Because you've explained this to me.
It might burn wonky, one thing. It might feel spongy.
Yep.
Or it might feel like a wet cigar. You've smoked a wet cigar before, and when you're smoking it, it feels like humid, the whole thing.
Yeah.
So those are things you know that are going to disappear when we age the cigars, but we can't wait 3 months to, now it's good to go.
Yeah.
We're never going to make cigars. So you have to know, like, all those little things you have to take off when you're smoking the blend to really try to figure out what it is, because then we got to make cigars and aging. And then with the aging process, it does evolve in a way that it's going to get to the point where we said, this is how the cigar is going to be. Even sometimes with strength, a lot of people might say, this is too strong. When it mellows out, it's going to lower the strength. Because some people want to change the blend right away. They want to smoke it a little bit milder fresh, but when it ages, it's going to get even a little bit more mild. So that's where you have to play the game a little bit. Because if we had to blend a cigar today and wait 3 months to try it, we would never have time to make cigars. So that's another part of the process where you have to understand that when you're doing blends, you're smoking fresh. But if the tobaccos are properly aged, even though it's fresh, as you can see in that one, they're going to burn properly.
Okay, so tell me this. So it's about like a little before the halfway point of the cigar, and like major evolution.
Yeah.
Like a lot more body.
That's a little extra
Got that
splash.
cinnamon action spice that I love, but like it just like came out of nowhere. Like, how does that even happen?
That was the little tweak that I decided to do there because I thought it was missing that.
Okay.
What you felt at the beginning, it was just that, the whole cigar. I'm like, it's a little bit too straightforward. I want to keep you on your toes like that is happening right now. So that's why we put a little splash of Mexican San Andres in the binder. The filler, I apologize. Yeah,
okay, and so, but how come I'm just really feeling the intensity of that halfway through? Is that placement?
It's placement because when we put a little piece of leaf of the Mexican San Andres, which is usually not used for filler, we take a little, it's just half a leaf that we put in there to add that. So the leaf is a little bit smaller, so you're getting a little bit of the other tobaccos in the beginning, and then it grabs you right away. Because that's the other part of when you're blending cigars, you got to be careful how you blend them, because if a cigar is super strength and spicy at the beginning, it might rub people the wrong way.
Right.
If it starts mellow enough and then it expands and evolves, but not at the end of the cigar. It's more of mostly at the beginning of the cigar. But that's the interesting part of blending. That's why I love doing blends, because little tweaks here and there change the whole cigar completely. And that's the fun part of it. When you smoke, you're like, maybe it's missing this. And sometimes we do a change and it sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not perfect here, you know? Sometimes, they say, fucking terrible. Let's do something else. Not too much swearing for YouTube, right?
Bro, I don't care. They hate us regardless.
They hate us cigar people anyhow. That is what it is.
Yeah,
but yeah, man. I mean,
I think that's the magic of a great place. Like what you have here is the ability to try little things and be like, all right, I know this is a small ask, but I want to try it with this one change. And it's like, all right, let's see. And it's like, it sucked. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, but that's why wouldn't you try?
You have to. Like,
why wouldn't you try?
The ability to be creative is what
being
makes great cigars
creative.
too.
If everybody
And it
hit
makes
it
it fun.
out of the park every time, it would be a robot. You know what I mean? Not even a robot can do. So it's all about trying new things. We've tried different tobaccos that I've never tried before. When we don't like it, we just don't like it and we don't use it. You know, it's all about, we try everything under the sun. We've had tobaccos from weird places. We're like, I'll try it. But usually most of the time it's not been good enough, because that's another thing that we do here. Like all the tobaccos that we buy are premium tobaccos. We don't buy secondary. We don't buy XL. We don't buy broken. We're all buying premium all the time, because at the end of the day, premium is a little bit more expensive, but when you're working the tobaccos in the factory, it evens out. Because if you're buying cheaper tobacco, you're getting more loss from the bale. When you're buying more expensive, you get less loss. So
Right.
it evens out in a way, and you're getting good tobaccos that you're not worried about.
Yeah.
And that's how we can maintain the consistency in the blends. If the tobacco's not good, they're never going to be consistent. We can make here from 10 cigars to a million cigars, and they all have to be consistent in the flavor and the taste.
That's
Which
no
is
small
not an
feat.
easy thing to do, but that's the key, you know? And at the end, I've always said, I don't talk too much. The cigars talk for themselves. I'm not going to be at a shop every day like, hey, try this special tobacco, rolled on the thighs of virgins and all this bullshit, you know? The cigar needs to speak for themselves, you know? Even when you do events always go great. But after the event is done, you leave, and there might be another event tomorrow, or there might be something else. The cigars, people need to really resonate with them to come back. You know this more than me because you're in the shop all day. But it's all about getting people what they want and keeping it consistent. Because I've seen a million times where like, oh, I've been smoking this cigar for 20 years, but now it's different and it's changed. Now I don't like it. And then things start changing little by little. For us, with the growth, it's still keeping that consistency.
Yeah.
Again, for me, the most important thing here is consistency and construction. After that, I sleep like a baby at night if that's good, because taste is subjective. You know, you might like a cigar that I don't like, or vice versa. If everybody liked every cigar that I made here, I'd be a million times bigger by next year. You know, it's all about, but if the construction is there and the blend is consistent, I'm good. If I hear people, hey, I smoked the cigar, it wasn't my bag, no problem, man. How was it burning? Great. How was the construction? Great. Okay, no problem. That's why for us, that's key, especially also working for other customers. You know, everybody has their own style. I usually don't smoke mild cigars, and we make a lot of mild cigars here.
Yep.
So it's not about what I smoke, it's what people want. But obviously, and then we also make a lot of fat cigars here. We make 65s, not 70s yet. We haven't gotten that crazy here. But we do 60s and 65s, and that's not a ring gauge I smoke. I smoke that when we're blending the cigar. I smoke every once in a while to check the blends. But it's not like I'm going towards that size every day, you know? So it's all about the cigars and the blends need to be consistent and well constructed. After that, I'm good.
I like that idea of like taste is subjective, but like quality is not.
That's
Consistency
great.
is not.
That's great. It's not, man.
It is or it is not.
And in this business, that is the hardest part.
Yeah.
Because even with the growth that we've been having, thankfully, the main thing for me is maintaining that. Even though we grow to 1 billion people here, we have to maintain the same quality because that's what's making our name. And I love, like, people don't know me, they know La Isla. I'm like, that's what I want to hear. Because La Isla is what it is, you know? There's people I've seen I saw a guy at the trade show once, he's like, oh, where'd you get that hat? I want to buy one. I've been looking like a crazy man. I'm like, oh, I own the place here. Keep that one. He's like, oh, you're that guy. I'm like, oh, yeah. Again, I'm working my ass off for Tabacalera La Isla to be known. It's not about me. It's about the product coming out of here at the end of the day. You know, so that's been our main goal. That's why you don't see me too much online or posting pictures, because for me, it's all about the product. Even when we post, it's mostly about the cigars and what we're doing and the processes of the factory. That's what I want people to know about, which is the factory itself. You know, at the end of the day, I don't need to be in the spotlight anywhere. The cigars need to be in the spotlight, you know? So it's the way that I've always worked. That's why I also didn't have, a lot of people ask me, why haven't you done your brand yet? I'm like, well, one of the reasons is we're up to the rafters here with work. Thank God, obviously. But the other one is I show my customers that I concentrate on their brands and their blends, you know? And the third option is I'd rather be in the factory than in a shop selling cigars. Not owning a shop like you. I mean, like going to a shop and doing the whole thing. I'm a factory guy. That's where I grew up. I'm 40, but I've been doing this for 20 years, man.
Yeah.
No, more, 22. So it's something like, for me, the product needs to be on point at the end of the day. Because I've been to numerous cigar shops, and a lot of the things you read online, that even like reviews you read, like they go into a lot of detail of everything, which is part of the process. It's part of the romance of the reviews and all that. But you own the shop, Dave. I've been to shops. People aren't paying attention to the little things. The cigars need to be well constructed. They need to taste great. Yeah. Nobody's checking, oh, there's a little bit of a cur.
Yeah.
It's like when you have problems, it's when things pop up during those casual times. You're having a conversation, it keeps going out. That's a problem. You're having a conversation, it's plugged. That's a problem. But when you're having a conversation, the smoke is great, construction is good, the blend is good, they're not going to have any problems. So that's what we look for, man. It's not about Of course, we try to make everything as best as possible, but it's a human-made product. It's not perfect. So all these little things, that's why for us, construction and the blend consistency is key, man. Everything else it is what it is, and it's subjective. So for us, that's the main thing, and that's what we've been keeping from the first day you came here till today.
Keep the main thing the main thing.
Yeah, always.
All right, so I wanted a little more florality, intensity in the blend. So we took out all of the Ligero that was in it, which was more like a dense, sweet, molassesy kind of thing. And we just amped up the Corojo filler that had this like crazy florality to it. So now we smoke and we see.
Let's see what we get. But this is good, man. I like it because it has, I know what you're saying about it missing a little bit of that floral, but this is where I talk to you about blends that we're doing. I actually prefer this one not to have too much floral because you're getting the sweetness from the broadleaf, you're getting the spice, and you're getting a little bit of that sweetness from the other tobacco. So adding like a floral note to it, I think would be too much. But that's just my opinion. Yeah. There you go. This is where you decide if you still want it, it's fine. I prefer it without it. But let's see how this one goes. I prefer floral and milder cigars.
Yeah.
Cigars that are more full body, more spicy, I don't like it because when you have a mild cigar, that floral note adds like a nice flavor to it. With stronger cigars, I feel like it's not needed as much.
Yeah, I agree. This is nice.
I want to try that
you
one.
You taste more of the wrapper. Like there's more of this like, it's more creamy.
Which, by the way,
more like
that's another point.
Without the Ligero, maybe.
Making it too floral, plus the desflorada wrapper as well. It's like a lot of things together. But I want to try that. See how it. Do you feel the more floral note in this one? Because the broadleaf is gonna overpower, man. You got the broadleaf, and then when you hit it with the condega,
it's brighter, but it's more creamy though.
It's creamier. Well, because
why?
The 2020 that we had before, that one dries it out a little bit in the mouth.
It's still chocolatey, but it's just like more creamy. It's not necessarily like too crazy floral taste. It's just brighter.
Sí, él dice como que él lo siente ahora más brillante y más cremoso la fumada.
But still creamy, like.
En este no se sentía tanta cremosidad. Porque evidentemente te tumba un poco eso. I like this though. I want to try.
It's like side of the tongue, middle of the tongue.
And by the way, what we're smoking was Dave's suggestions on blends, which I love.
Yeah.
Because I love it when you tell me, try this, that. It means that you've smoked the pures, you know what it gives you. And the suggestions are not bad. That's why we rolled them. Yeah. If they were terrible, I would have tried to tell you they were terrible. This is another one for fat cigars.
Oh, nice.
That's why I got that one.
That's good for the hand rolls. Yeah.
But this one, I don't know if you felt it. I'm feeling a little bit of bitterness at the end, which this one is not giving me. Either way, I mean, when it dries out, that disappears. But right off the bat, I feel it more like in the center of the tongue. I don't know if you're feeling it. After you finish smoking, you feel it. So this one is not giving me that. But I find them similar, like in spice. And this was a little bit more sweeter, just like a tad more. But they're very similar. But this one definitely feels creamier in my mouth because I'm generating more saliva in my mouth. So this one, when you smoke it dries out your mouth a little bit more.
Yeah. Like I like the mouthfeel, the texture of that one.
You know what, Dave?
What if we tried the broadleaf binder on that with that blend?
The broadleaf in the filler plus the binder. Yeah, it might get stronger though. That's the only. I don't know how strong you want to go.
I don't want it to be like too strong. Like I'm fine if it goes to like a straight medium. Like I don't want it to be like a mild.
What would you consider this one?
I mean, right now that feels like medium.
If we add the broadleaf, it's gonna go up. But let's try it. Why not? Worst case scenario, if that one doesn't work, but we're close on these two, we'll roll these two.
Yeah.
Let them age and see how they progress, and then you can pick and choose.
Okay, cool.
Okay, we made it.
All right, same blend, broadleaf binder. Bro, this is nice.
Yeah? I keep smoking. When you're done, I'll try some.
Another half inch. There's the strength picking up. Bro, even these hand rolls burn perfectly.
That's crazy. But it's good tobacco, man. It's good tobacco. Like if it's properly fermented and aged, you can roll it freehand, have it loose, and it should burn that way.
So I really like that.
Okay.
I need to know if it's too strong.
Let me see.
I don't know. I like it has a lot of body. That bitterness is gone.
Yeah, bro, this is milder than these.
You think it's more mild?
You know what I feel?
You think it's more mild?
Yeah.
Oh.
But you know what I feel? More of a sting with the pepper in the nose.
Maybe that's where it is.
So the sting, like the pepper is way up, but not the strength.
Okay.
I feel these two were stronger actually.
Okay.
Off the retro and of the mouthfeel. But this one is a little bit more mellow in strength, but the spice has gone up.
Yeah.
But
well,
I like these two better.
Yeah, well that's you think that spice will stay and be like
Well, it will simmer down with the aging, but it's still going to be the main thing in the profile because you got it twice. You're adding broadleaf in the binder, you're adding broadleaf in the filler. So those two, it's like having 2 leaves of that in there as well. So it's upping up that spice. Oh yeah, and this might be a little bit too like too much of a pepper bomb. Let's call it. So I would go with these two.
Yeah, what was the first one?
The first one is the OG that I did this by mistake, but the first one was HVA, the Mexican, the Criollo, and the 2020, right?
Well, that's what's in there.
That's what's in there.
So
The second one that we did here was where we changed. We took your writing. Condega
right.
Seco, Broadleaf Viso, and Corojo Ligero.
Yep.
And this third one is this same one with the broadleaf binder.
Yep. But there's still this in, or sorry, this is Corojo.
No, we changed the Corojo. Yeah, this is regular Corojo.
OG.
Because we didn't change
but
Corojo.
that's still Ligero. It's not Viso.
No, it's Ligero. It's Ligero. No, yeah, it's the same thing. Because we only changed the Corojos for the Hayati blend. This one we're not changing the Corojo.
Right.
So what we did
But it was Criollo in there. Then we switched it to Corojo.
in there, it was this one that I
Yeah.
that I took out. It was these 4 blends, the one in the office.
Yep.
So what we did now was Condega, Broadleaf, and Corojo. We changed because the first one that we smoked, because we got 2 cigars here.
Yeah.
And this is the third one. Yeah, number 1 was.
And then one of them we did no Ligero, we did all Corojo Viso. Corojo OG Viso.
Wait a second.
2.5
Okay,
leaves.
that's where I'm confused because we got 3 blends that we've done, right? The one that had as number 2 was your suggestion. What was the first one that we smoked here?
This first one we smoked here was Condega Seco, Broadleaf, Half Leaf,
And Corojo.
Corojo Viso.
Yeah, that's fine. No, because we changed the Viso to Corojo because now since
Oh, mira. And we had this still in it. In the first edition we did, this one. Then the second one, we took out that and did all Corojo.
okay, but the first one, what was it, Dave? Was it exactly this, or we just changed it broadleaf with the Mexico?
No, the first one was Condega, Broadleaf, Corojo OG,
And the 2020,
Ligero.
and then you said to take it off.
Then this one, we
It's
took
what-
off that
Got
and
you. It's
just
just these
loaded up
3.
on the hook.
Got you. So what I have is this is actually number 1 is the one in the office.
Yes.
This one would be number 2, and then this one would be number 3,
Yes.
and this would be number 4, the one we're smoking now.
Correct.
So number 2 was Condega
Yep. Broadleaf.
Seco, Broadleaf. It's Viso that we're using.
Yep.
Viso,
Corojo OG.
Corojo, OG, Viso, and 2020.
Ligero. Yep. And then the third one, which would be this one,
It's this same one.
is that. And now the fourth one is
one-
that with the broadleaf binder.
Correct.
That's, we won't do that
Correct.
one. Yeah, so I think these two, and we see which one,
'Cause
with
you're-
or without the Ligero.
You're going to take the ones in the office anyhow.
Yep, and then we'll
And then
smoke
we'll
them
do
against
number
these.
2 and number 3.
Yeah.
Because this one might be too much of a pepper
Yeah,
bomb.
yeah.
Este está muy picante, bien. No se puso
I
más
want to come back
fuerte.
to this.
Interesante.
This is how the magic is made, people. The sauce.